I'm Stephen Allspaw, and I'm the principal at Bryan High School. And on behalf of the Board of Education, the administration, and the staff of the Bryan City Schools, we welcome you here this evening to our Senior Scholarship Night. This evening, we'll be handing out over $60,000 in community scholarships. We'll be handing out another $121,000 in Bryan Area Foundation scholarships. We'll also be handing out $1.47 million in college scholarships for a grand total this evening of $1.654 million. We'll be handing this all out to 68 recipients this evening. So we have a lot ahead of us, and you don't need to hear me talk anymore. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get moving forward as I introduce to you Mr. Nathan Neese, our guidance counselor.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to present the college scholarships. As your name is called, please come forward and accept your certificate from Mr. Allspaw, and please remain on the risers. Attending the Bowling Green State University, Scott Jones will be receiving a freshman academic scholarship in the amount of $4,000 renewable for 4 years. He will also receive an incoming freshman talent governor's exhibition scholarship worth $3,000. Also attending Bowling Green State University, Emily Keller. She will be receiving an academic scholarship in the amount of $2,500 renewable for 4 years. Attending Bowling Green State University, Jacob Nobis. He will be given a freshman academic scholarship in the amount of $4,000 renewable for 4 years. Attending Bowling Green State University, Jordan Rohde, receiving a freshman academic scholarship in the amount of $4,000 renewable for 4 years. Also attending Bowling Green State University, Tess Sabins. She will be receiving a Music Talent Award scholarship in the amount of $1,820 renewable 5 years. Attending Bowling Green State University, Nathaniel Rao will be receiving a freshman academic scholarship in the amount of $1,000 renewable for 4 years. Attending Bluffton University, Melinda Long. She will receive an academic excellence scholarship in the amount of $15,000 renewable for 4 years. Attending the Defiance College, Paris Creek. He will receive an achievement scholarship in the amount of $14,000 renewable for 4 years. Attending Defiance College, Brooke Vollmer. She will receive a presidential scholarship renewable 2 years in the amount of $16,000. Desiree Zaleski, attending Defiance College, she will receive the trustee scholarship in the amount of $13,000 renewable for 4 years. She will receive the Service Leadership Award scholarship in the amount of $2,000 renewable for 4 years, and the Lillian Dunlap Award scholarship in the amount of $1,000. Attending Cleveland State University, Bethany Eck. She will receive the Freshman Scholar Award Level 1 scholarship in the amount of $3,500 renewable for 4 years. Attending Heidelberg University, Kenny Buclair. He will receive the Dean's Merit Scholarship Award in the amount of $13,000 renewable for 4 years. Also attending Heidelberg University, Kaylee Bowers. She will receive the Trustees Award Scholarship in the amount of $15,500 renewable for 4 years. Attending Miami University, Bailey Martin will receive the Red Hawk Excellence Scholarship in the amount of $7,000 renewable for 4 years. Attending Miami University, Ethan Retcher. He will receive the Red Hawk Excellence Scholarship in the amount of $10,000 renewable for 4 years. Attending Miami University, Courtney Rohde. She will receive the Red Hawk Excellence Scholarship in the amount of $5,000 renewable for 4 years. Annika Schaefer will be attending Miami University. She will receive the Red Hawk Excellence Scholarship in the amount of $5,000 renewable for 4 years. Attending Northwest State Community College, Elizabeth Frank, she will receive the Honors Scholarship in the amount of $2,984, renewable for 2 years. Attending Northwest State Community College, Hayden Hageman, he will receive the Honors Scholarship in the amount of $2,984, renewable for 2 years. Attending Northwest State Community College, Alexis Posey, she will receive the Changing Lives Scholarship in the amount of $500. She will also receive the Philip R. McCartney Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500. Attending Northwest State Community College, Chelsea Sampson, she will receive the Honors Scholarship in the amount of $2,984, renewable for 2 years. Jackson Toney, attending Northwest State Community College, will receive the Presidential Scholarship in the amount of $5,970, renewable for 2 years. Attending Northwest State, Natasha Twarek, she will receive the Honors Scholarship in the amount of $2,984, renewable for 2 years. Attending Northwest State Community College, Brooke Vollmer will receive the Honors Scholarship in the amount of $2,984, renewable for 2 years. Attending the Ohio Northern University, Lauren Cheney, she will receive the Trustee Scholarship in the amount of $10,000, renewable for 4 years. She will also receive the Legacy Award Scholarship in the amount of $3,000, renewable for 4 years. Attending Ohio Northern University, Andrea Zegarzeski, she will receive the Presidential Scholarship in the amount of $14,000, renewable for 4 years. She will also receive a Talent Award Scholarship in the amount of $4,000, renewable for 4 years. And attending Ohio Northern University, Drew Ridgway, he will receive a General Funding Award Scholarship in the amount of $11,100, renewable for 4 years. He will receive an Academic Achievement Award Scholarship in the amount of $5,000, renewable 4 years. A Dimension Award Scholarship in the amount of $5,000, renewable for 4 years. A Legacy Award Scholarship in the amount of $3,000, renewable 4 years. And the Presner Award Scholarship in the amount of $1,625, renewable for 4 years. Attending the Ohio State University, Victoria Von Segern, she will receive a Trustees Scholarship in the amount of $2,000, renewable for 4 years. Also attending the Ohio State University, Austin Yosick, he will receive the Maximus Scholarship in the amount of $6,000, renewable for 4 years. Attending the Ohio State University Marion campus, Brandon Dean. He will receive a Marion campus scholarship in the amount of $1,600. Also attending the Ohio State University Marion campus, Zach Dean. He will receive a Marion campus scholarship in the amount of $1,600. Attending Ohio University, Zach Colbert. He will receive the Ohio Achievement Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, renewable for 4 years. Also attending the Ohio University, Nolan Quigley. He will receive the Ohio Achievement Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, renewable for 4 years. The Ohio Distinction Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, renewable for 4 years. And he will also receive the Ohio Pathway Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, renewable for 4 years. Attending Owens Community College, Paige Wheeler, who is unable to attend tonight, will receive a Board of Trustees Scholarship in the amount of $500, renewable for 2 years. Attending Patrick Henry College, Wyatt Short, he will receive the J.S. Bach Music Scholarship in the amount of $2,000, renewable for 4 years. He will also receive a need-based scholarship in the amount of $8,000. Attending the School of Advertising Arts, Alexandra Wright, she will receive the Career and Technical Education Award Scholarship in the amount of $2,500, renewable for 2 years. Attending Trine University, Wyatt Winchell will receive the University Scholarship in the amount of $10,000, renewable for 4 years. Attending the University of Cincinnati, Kyra Robinette, she will receive the Cincinnati Scholarship in the amount of $2,000, renewable for 4 years. Attending the University of Dayton, Ellis Collins, who is unable to attend tonight. He will receive the Merit Scholarship in the amount of $11,000, 740, renewable for 4 years. Also attending the University of Dayton, Lauren Taylor. She will receive the President's Merit Scholarship in the amount of $15,525, renewable for 4 years. Attending the University of Findlay, Anna Ritchie Moore. She will receive a trustee scholarship in the amount of $23,000, renewable for 4 years. Also attending the University of Findlay, Caitlin Sheckelhoff. She will receive the President's Scholarship in the amount of $16,000, renewable for 4 years. Attending the University of Mount Union, Josh Stark. He will receive a Dean's Scholarship in the amount of $9,500, renewable for 4 years. Attending the University of Notre Dame, Audrey Bowers. She will receive a university scholarship in the amount of $27,000, renewable for 4 years. She will also receive the Provost Scholarship in the amount of $5,000, renewable for 4 years. Attending the University of Toledo, Lane Azzarello. He will receive an Honors Award Scholarship in the amount of $6,500, renewable for 4 years. Also attending the University of Toledo, Ashley Doe. She will receive the Regents Award Scholarship in the amount of $3,500, renewable for 4 years. And attending the University of Toledo, Brianna Ponsack. She will receive an Honors Award Scholarship in the amount of $6,500, renewable for 4 years, and also receive the OSFA Departmental Award Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, renewable for 4 years. And attending Xavier University, Hannah Wieland. She will receive the Bushman Award Scholarship in the amount of $15,500, renewable for 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these students a round of applause for their college scholarships. At this time, I would like to invite up to the podium Cole Andrews, who will present our first community scholarship.
Good evening. Like you said, I'm Cole Andrews, and many of you know me. Many of you might not, but if you don't, I'm here to present the award for the Candy Andrews Scholarship. My mom passed away when I was 15, and since then it was tough, but I just wanted to say thank you from me to a community, because I think I was able to make it look easy because the community really rallied behind one family. And I can't tell you how much that really meant. Meals, text messages, Facebook was big then, so Facebook messages, that really meant a lot. So I just want to say thank you and start out with that. Candy was, feels weird saying Candy. My mom was, if you knew her, you knew how to laugh. If you knew her, you knew that she loved people, without question, whether you were big, tall, black, white, whatever it was. It wasn't a question whether she was going to love you. I can't tell you how many times of driving home and taking a friend home from a ball game or hanging out, and they would just be in conversation just on deep levels and of family and love and stuff, and things I've never heard a friend of mine even say. But she was able to connect with people like that. And so we were really looking for a connection of growth through our essay that we were looking for. Something that we could see somebody say, okay, I was here as a freshman, I'm here as a senior, and I want to be here in college, and this is where I've been on that road, and here's what I've understood on that road. And so tonight we're going to present the award to Nolan Quigley for $1,000 for 4 years. He's attending Ohio University. Thank you.
Good evening. We are John and Joy Betts. We're very pleased to be able to present the David Joseph Betts Purple and Golden Heart Scholarship Award this evening. This scholarship is not one that the student applies or interviews for. It's earned through a daily approach to life filled with hard work, dedication, and a willingness to help others. The Bryan High School Athletic, Academic, and Musical Faculty Committees nominate a number of senior students based upon 5 personal characteristics that exemplified David's life. And then the Betts family chooses one of those candidates, and these characteristics are: 1, the ability to make good choices and do what is right. 2, is internally driven to compete in an effort to better oneself, but still maintain a healthy interdependence in all relationships. 3, has a strong sense of other, is helpful, non-judgmental, extends kindness and compassion to others. 4, exhibits a work ethic with a complete yet quiet dedication to do their best and become better, and through this behavior makes others better. And 5, has an infectious and engaging smile. As you can see, the criterion is not based solely on academic, musical, or athletic achievement, but upon character development. The Betts family believes these are the qualities that David Joe possessed and positively impacted so many lives, and therefore are the ones that should be recognized with this scholarship. Please join me in recognizing the 2015 David Joseph Betts Purple and Golden Heart $1,000 Scholarship Award recipient, Ethan Retcher. Ethan is planning on attending Miami University and majoring in finance. Not a forte of mine.
Good evening. Ann and I are here to present the Eric H. Bowers Memorial Scholarship. I'd like to give you a little background about my brother Eric. Eric lived his entire life in the Bryan area, growing up outside of Pulaski. He attended Pulaski Jefferson, Central Middle School, and graduated from Bryan in 1980. Eric understood the value of an education and encouraged his children to pursue their goals. Eric was a skilled tradesman and was very proud of his hometown of Bryan. Eric lost his battle with cancer in 2012, but have been very proud of his son Jordan, who graduated from Trine University, and his daughter Alicia, a graduate of the University of Findlay. This scholarship is in Eric's memory to help a well-deserving Bryan High School graduate to pursue their dream of higher education. Here to present the award is his wife, Ann.
Good evening. I asked my children to please review the scholarships blindly, or the applications blindly, and pick out their top 2. And I guess great minds think alike. This one individual overlapped, and after reading her essay, I realized that she was very committed to pursuing her dreams and achieving her dreams. So I'd like to award this scholarship, Eric H. Bowers Scholarship, for the amount of $1,000 to Jordan Rohde. She is going to go to Bowling Green State University in early childhood development.
Hi, my name is Mark Miller, and I'm going to be giving out these first two awards because I'm involved in the Bryan Academic Boosters. And the Bryan Academic Booster Club Scholarship this year goes to Courtney Rohde. This is a $500 scholarship, renewable for 4 years. Courtney is going to be attending Miami University, and she's going to major in medical, laboratory science, and pre-med. The next award is the Interlinks System Scholarship. This is in the amount of $500, renewable for 4 years, and this one goes to Kaylin Robinson. Kaylin will be going to the University of Cincinnati, and she'll be studying exploratory studies. Now, I said the first two were because I'm on the ABC board, the president right now. This next one's for the pork producers. And I think it's because I've cooked and eaten a lot of pork. The pork producers scholarship is in the amount of $500, and this year's winner is Cale Ponsack. Cale is going to be going to the Ohio State University Worcester campus, and he's going to study animal science and pre-vet.
My name is Lyndon Spees, and I'm going to be presenting the Bryan Education Association scholarships. And the BEA Scholarship Committee decided upon 2 scholarships this year for $750 each, going to a graduating senior who will be entering college next year in the field of education. Money raised from this comes from contributions from all BEA members and through different fundraising deals that we had throughout the year. And the scholarship committee chose 2 recipients. They are Jordan Rohde and Hayden Hageman.
Good evening. My name is Kathy Poole, and I'm the president of the Bryan Lioness Club. And tonight, we are presenting 2 scholarships. One is to Kyra Robinette. She will be attending the University of Cincinnati. She's undecided, and this will be in the amount of $500. Our second scholarship recipient is Kenny Buclair. He will be attending Heidelberg University, and he is going into sports management. And that is also a $500 scholarship.
Good evening. I'm Misty King, and this is Mary Leatherman. It's always an honor for me to be here tonight in my alma mater. I think it was, just 2 years ago that I was sitting here. Okay. Let's not kid ourselves. I think it's been a few more years than that. But we represent the Kiwanis Club of Bryan, which maybe a few of you haven't heard of, but I'm sure you've seen some of the things that we do around the community. If you've ever purchased popcorn at a football game, or helped with Christmas for Kids, or purchased peanuts during our May peanut drive, or attended a reverse raffle, or maybe even a fly-in breakfast at the 4th of July. Those are all things that the Bryan Kiwanis Club does. And most of those things that we do are for this exact reason. Much of what we do benefits the youth of the community, especially in the form of scholarships. So tonight, we are honored to present the first scholarship in the amount of $750 to Ellis Collins, who unfortunately can't be here tonight. But the very awesome thing is, when we do our reverse raffle every year in March, whoever wins the reverse raffle gets the option of choosing their home school. And that school wins a second scholarship that year. So again, this year, the winner came from Bryan. So we are able to give a second $750 scholarship to Katie Ellerbush.
Good evening. I am Kirk Yosik, and it's my pleasure this evening to be able to present the scholarship on behalf of the Bryan Music Boosters. This scholarship is in the amount of $1,000. This year's recipient is Destiny Lee. Destiny will be attending Northern Kentucky University, studying musical theater.
Good evening. I'm Steve Voigt, current president of the Bryan Rotary Club. It's my honor to present two outstanding seniors with $1,000 scholarships. The first recipient is Brianna Ponzak. She will be attending the University of Toledo, majoring in speech-language pathology. The second recipient is Courtney Rohde. She will be attending Miami University, majoring in medical laboratory science, pre-med.
Hello again. It's also my pleasure this evening to be able to present two additional scholarships. These are on behalf of the Bryan Soccer Association. We award two scholarships, each in the amount of $500. This year's first recipient is Hannah Wieland. And this year's second recipient, again in the amount of $500, is Mitchell Bum. Mitchell will be attending the Ohio State University at Newark and majoring in business.
Good evening. I'm Myrna Wines. I volunteer at the Church Women United Thrift Shop, and I'm chairman of their Scholarship Committee, and we've chosen these recipients this evening. Elizabeth Frank, the Marjorie Hardy Scholarship. It's for Northwest Community College in Business Management, $1,000 for 2 years. The next person is Rebecca Miller, the Hazel Rogie Scholarship. It's to Wright State University in Special Education. It's $1,000 and then $500 for 3 years. Kyle Ponsack, Ohio State University, Worcester Campus, Animal Science and Pre-Vet, $500 for 4 years. And Julie Stiverson, Bowling Green State University. It's the Neva Ringer Scholarship. In graphic design, $1,000 and then $500 for 3 years. The last person is Aaliyah Williams. It's for Wright State University and $500 times 4 years.
Good evening, my name is Casey Thormeyer, and I'm here to present the Claire Newcomer Club Scholarship this year, which many of you know Claire Newcomer is a civic organization, and one of the great benefits of civic organizations in this town is being able to give back to the community. So it's with great pleasure tonight that I would like to award Annika Schaefer with the Claire Newcomer Award Scholarship.
Good evening. My name is Candace Nowakowski, and I'm from GenFed Financial Credit Union here in Bryan. And tonight, I'm going to present the scholarship for $500 to Kenneth Bouclair. We're going to Heidelberg.
Good evening. My name is Amy Miller, and I'm the president of the Newland Quest Club of Bryan. And I'm going to be presenting 2 different scholarships, each for the amount of $1,000 each. These are titled the Toby Burkhart and Ryan Bomer Memorial Scholarships. The Newland Quest Club is comprised of 30 area women that sponsor Barn Fest yearly in the fall. All proceeds from this project are donated back to our community, including our 2 $1,000 scholarships. The Newland Quest Scholarship is presented in memory of BHS graduates Toby Burkhart and Ryan Bomer. Both of their mothers were active members in Newland Quest for many years. Toby is the daughter of Larry and Sharon Burkhart. She graduated in 1989 and was active in NHS, Light Shines, Student Council, cheerleading, tennis, and theater. Ryan is the son of Dr. John and Joan Bomer. Ryan graduated in 1997 and was very active in golf and basketball. It is my pleasure to first present a $1,000 scholarship to Lauren Taylor. Lauren is attending the University of Dayton, and she'll be studying pre-dentistry and biology. The second recipient is Julia Stiverson. Julia will be attending Bowling Green State University and studying graphic design.
Good evening. I'm Pearl Rakes. I'm representing Northwestern Electric. Every year, Northwestern Electric is proud to contribute back to the communities we serve by awarding scholarships to local high school seniors whose parents are members of the cooperative system. The Ohio Rural Electric Cooperative's Children of Members Scholarship is awarded to 4 local students, 2 boys and 2 girls. I am proud to announce that this year, the second place winner in the girls division and recipient of the $750 award is Kayla Bowers. She will be attending Heidelberg University. First place winner in the boys division and recipient of the $1,500 award is Sawyer Miller, who will be attending Ohio State University. I'm proud to announce that Sawyer is also the winner of our Touchstone Energy Achievement Scholarship of $1,000.
Good evening. My name is Tyler Terrell, and on behalf of the OSU Alumni Club of Northwest Ohio, I'm proud to present our $600 scholarship to A.J. Yosick.
Good evening. I'm Pat Boynton, and I'm the current chair of the committee that plans and produces annually Christmas with the Toledo Symphony. This event's in its 8th year and represents one small part of musical and artistic offerings available in our local area. While there are communities and school districts struggling to keep music and the arts in their school and their community, Williams County supports plays, school bands, choirs and orchestras, the Bryan City Band, the Bryan City Orchestra, the Williams County Community Concert Association, Fountain City Festival, local theater groups, and dance schools. An administrative member of the Toledo Symphony recently shared with me her belief that, and I quote, "Music is not a privilege, but an essential part of being human," end quote. And I found an interesting resolution out of the United States House of Representatives from 2006 that stated, again I quote, "The skills gained through sequential musical instruction, including the discipline required and the ability to analyze, solve problems, communicate, and work cooperatively, are vital for success in the 21st century work world." To promote the musicians, artists, and performers of the future, our committee is pleased to annually award $1,000 in the form of the Toledo Symphony Fine Arts Scholarship. It goes to a graduating senior who has been involved in music and the arts and whose future education will continue that involvement in some way. This year's recipient has excelled in orchestra, plays, musicals, and has also succeeded academically. And he has learned some of the skills needed to succeed in the work world he will enter. Please join me in congratulating A.J. Yosick. A.J. will be attending The Ohio State University and plans to major in pharmaceutical science.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Gibbs, and I'm here to present the Howie Winsler Memorial Scholarship. Howie Winsler is the former president, CEO, and treasurer of the Ohio Art Company, and he was also the son of our founder, Henry Winsler. This year, we're awarding our Academic Achievement Scholarship to Kaylin Robinson. This scholarship is in the amount of $2,500. Kaylin is attending the University of Cincinnati, and her major is exploratory studies.
Hello, I'm Jim Manning, and I represent the Bryan Masonic Lodge with the Cecil W. Racy Memorial Scholarship. Cecil was an active member of the Lodge. He cajoled us for many years to establish a scholarship fund. We took his advice, established a fund, and he promptly passed away. So we then named it the Cecil Racy Scholarship. And I am pleased to present this evening to Paige Vollmer, $1,000, attending Bowling Green State University.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to present the Fred and Shirley Bauer Scholarship in the amount of $1,500. Shirley Bauer is a graduate of Bryan High School and attended Bowling Green State University. Her husband, Fred, is a graduate of Montpelier High School and also attended Bowling Green State University. They created this scholarship in appreciation of all the help they received from their teachers at each of their high schools. The winner of the Fred and Shirley Bauer Scholarship is Aaliyah Williams. Aaliyah will be attending Wright State University with an undecided major. The Black Swamp Safety Council Scholarship in the amount of $500 will be awarded to Courtney Rohde. Courtney will be attending Miami University, majoring in medical laboratory science and pre-med. The Bryan Area Business Women's Scholarship in the amount of $500 will be awarded to Natasha Tworick. Natasha will be attending Northwest State Community College, majoring in occupational therapy. The J.A. Titan Business Challenge Scholarship is awarded to 2 students. Each will receive a $1,000 scholarship. The first recipient is Kenny Buclair. Kenny will be attending Heidelberg University, majoring in sports management. The second recipient is Austin Yosick. Austin will be attending The Ohio State University, majoring in pharmaceutical sciences. The Bryan Fraternal Order of Eagles scholarships will be awarded to 9 students this evening, all in different amounts. The first recipient will receive a $1,000 scholarship, Caitlin Sheckelhoff. Caitlin will be attending the University of Findlay, majoring in nursing. The second recipient will also receive a $1,000 scholarship from the Bryan Fraternal Order of Eagles, Tess Sabins. Tess will be attending Bowling Green State University, majoring in music education. The next recipient will be receiving an $800 scholarship, Jacob Nobis. Jacob will be attending Bowling Green State University, majoring in education. The next recipient will also receive an $800 scholarship, Hannah Wieland. Hannah will be attending Xavier University, majoring in nursing. The next recipient will be receiving a $750 scholarship from the Bryan Fraternal Order of Eagles, Levi Carr. Levi will be attending The Ohio State University with an undecided major. Also receiving a $750 scholarship from the Bryan Fraternal Order of Eagles, Hayden Hageman. Hayden will be attending Northwest State Community College, majoring in education. The next recipient will be receiving a $650 scholarship, Elena Darrow. Elena will be attending Northwest State Community College, majoring in medical assisting and radiographic imaging. The next recipient will be receiving a $650 scholarship from the Bryan Fraternal Order of Eagles, Nathaniel Rao. He will be attending Bowling Green State University, majoring in education. The next recipient will be receiving $500 from the Bryan Fraternal Order of Eagles, Brett Hughes. Brett will be attending Bowling Green State University, majoring in digital arts, and unfortunately, he's not able to attend this evening. It's my pleasure to present the Frank and Elaine Lesnit-Maseta Scholarship. This scholarship is in the amount of $2,500, renewable for 4 years. The Frank and Elaine Lesnit-Maseta Scholarship is awarded to one student at each high school in Williams County. The award is based on character, desire, and academics, GPA, and standardized test scores. It's my pleasure to present this to Audrey Bowers. Audrey will be attending the University of Notre Dame, majoring in engineering. The next scholarship, St. Patrick Catholic School Academic Booster Club. 2 students will receive a $100 scholarship. The first recipient is Malin DeLong. Malin will be attending Bluffton University, majoring in math education. The second recipient, also receiving a $100 scholarship, Annika Schaefer. Annika will be attending Miami University, majoring in speech pathology. The Stover Knight Music and Performing Arts Scholarship is presented each year to a student who intends to pursue a degree in some form of art or music. This year's recipient has been a vocal student of Laura Knight since the 7th grade and has grown from a shy young girl with little to no confidence to a young woman who has learned to sing with more maturity and confidence than most professionals. This recipient has worked extremely hard to get her talent to where it is, and there is no doubt she will represent our community and our support for the arts with great passion and work ethic. She is planning to continue her passion and devotion to music at Bowling Green State University next year, pursuing a degree in musical theater. We are proud to present this year's Stover Knight Music and Performing Arts Scholarship in the amount of $800 to Miss Destiny Lee. The Franklin B. Walters Scholarship is awarded to 1 student from each high school in the 4-county area. The scholarship is awarded in the amount of $500. The recipient is Brianna Ponsack. Brianna will be attending the University of Toledo, majoring in speech-language pathology. At this point in the evening, we would like to end with the Bryan Area Foundation scholarships. In order to receive a Bryan Area Foundation scholarship, students were interviewed by a panel of committee members. This year, the Bryan Area Foundation is contributing $121,100 to the education of Bryan High School students and graduates. On behalf of Bryan High School, I truly thank the Bryan Area Foundation and cannot thank them enough for all that they do for the future education of Bryan High School seniors and graduates. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Laura Eckhart, Chair of the Bryan Area Foundation Scholarship Committee, to present the Bryan Area Foundation scholarships.
Good evening. I'm Laura Eckhart, and as Mr. Neese said, I serve as the chair of the Scholarship Committee for the Bryan Area Foundation. It's my honor to represent the foundation this evening and to share in celebrating and recognizing a tremendous group of young people tonight. Before we continue, though, I'd like to take a moment to thank Kim Bassett. Mrs. Bassett works tirelessly to help students gather information, guide them along their college path, and organize everything that goes into making awards night happen. Students, I hope you know how blessed you are to have such a fantastic guidance counselor who truly goes above and beyond to help you and your families take these important steps towards realizing your goals. I'd also like to thank Mr. Nathan Neese for helping with the final stages of the scholarship process after Mrs. Bassett was blessed with the arrival of her adorable son, Luke. Please join me in thanking Mrs. Bassett, Mr. Neese, as well as Mrs. Kathy Shucklehoff and Mrs. Lupo, who assisted in helping bring this night to fruition. I would also like to take a moment to thank Jack Brace, President and CEO of the foundation, as well as Jody Freeman, who spend countless hours organizing data and gathering all of the needed information for the scholarship process. Thank you, Jack. I'd like to take a moment to share with you a brief history of the foundation. The Bryan Area Foundation began in 1969 as the idea of two of Bryan's community leaders, Lem Hawk, Senior Vice President and Director of the Aero Corporation, and John Dwyer, an attorney and president of Citizens National Bank. Their goal was to establish a foundation within the community to foster the present and permanent benefit of the Bryan area. Since that time, the foundation has been primarily oriented toward broad community projects and the support of worthwhile public programs. Since its inception, the foundation has paid out a total of $8.5 million in grants and scholarships. This year, over $180,000 will be awarded in new area scholarships, bringing the total scholarship amount awarded and given to area students to over $2.4 million since the first one was awarded in 1973 from the Hugh A. and Audrey E. Lindsay Memorial Scholarship Fund. I want you to keep in mind that it's truly local donations by your families, your friends, and your neighbors that have generated all of the funds for these scholarships. Whenever possible, we will provide a brief history of the scholarship to help you understand and appreciate its origins. Students, I want you to be aware that the envelopes that you received tonight for the foundation scholarships contain the actual scholarship checks, so hold on to those. Be careful. Okay. The first scholarship this evening is the Randolph O. Bard Memorial Scholarship. This is a $2,500 per year renewable scholarship, and this year's recipient is Ethan Retcher. Randolph Bard was the past chairman of Bard Manufacturing. He joined the company full-time in 1926 after graduating from high school. Overcoming adversity at a young age, his largest hurdle came in the winter of 1944. Within days of his father suffering a debilitating stroke, a fire completely destroyed the Bard plant. Randolph had to rebuild the company and become president at the young age of 34. In 1981, Randolph retired after 54 years with the company, but his vision is still felt today, and this scholarship honors his legacy. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to introduce Larry Harsela, who will present the Bryan Lions Club Allied Health Services Scholarship.
Thank you. I'm Larry Harsela, and I'm the current president of the Bryan Lions Club. Tonight, we're honored to provide once again, I believe, for 50 years we've been providing scholarships since 1965, funding scholarships. The Bryan Lion Allied Health Services Scholarship was first awarded in 1988. Tonight's recipient is Hannah Wieland. Hannah is attending Xavier University, majoring in nursing. The Lions' motto is "We serve." We encourage members to serve their community without personal reward by promoting high ethical standards and striving for good citizenship. Hannah, good luck at Xavier.
I would like to welcome Teresa Ford Snyder to present the Ford Family Scholarship.
Good evening. My name is Teresa Ford Snyder, and I'm here to present the Ford Family Fund Scholarship. The Ford Family Fund Scholarship was created in 2004 by my parents, Henry and Irene Ford, in memory of my brother, Henry E. Mick Ford, who passed away on January 19, 2000, as the result of a cerebral hemorrhage. The Ford Family Fund was created to provide scholarship assistance to a student or students graduating from a high school located in Williams County or attending Fairview High School in Defiance County. A student who has overcome family, financial, or social difficulties. A student who has faced difficulties in the earlier part of their high school education, but has been able to improve their academic and social standings through their hard work and dedication. Tonight, I'll be presenting 2 scholarships in the amount of $1,500 each. The first scholarship is awarded to Jordan Rohde. Jordan will be attending Bowling Green State University and majoring in early childhood education. The second Ford Family Scholarship is awarded to Lane Azzarello. Lane will be attending the University of Toledo, majoring in mechanical engineering.
I would now like to welcome Shirley Goldsmith, who will present the Thomas D. Sopay Art Scholarship.
The Thomas D. Sopay Art Scholarship was first awarded in 1987. Thomas Sopay was the art supervisor for Bryan High School, and he and Grace Carr established this scholarship to recognize a senior who plans to pursue an arts-related career in college. I would like to give this I'm pleased to give this scholarship to Scott Jones. Scott will be attending Bowling Green University. Congratulations.
I would now like to introduce Carolyn Carey, who will present the Maurice C. Shankster Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening. The Maurice C. Shankster's Memorial Scholarship was established in 1981 in memory of my father, who was a longtime supervisor of transportation for the Bryan City Schools, and he also was a lifetime local farmer. My family and I are proud to present this year's scholarship to Nolan Quigley for $900. He will be attending Ohio University, majoring in business.
Our next award this evening is the Thelma Oberlin Ford Memorial Scholarship. This is a scholarship in the amount of $2,000 and is awarded this year to Kyra Robinette. This scholarship was first awarded in 1984. For 60 years preceding her death in 1982, Thelma was an active businesswoman in Bryan, having the distinction of being the area's only licensed female funeral director. I would now like to introduce John and Joy Betts, who will present the Ferone and Margaret Betts Scholarship.
My parents, Ferone and Margaret Betts, believed strongly in the Bryan community, the Bryan City Schools, and especially believed in the value of a post-secondary education. To this end, they established a scholarship to assist a student in furthering their education in a more specialized technical vocation. The $1,000 Ferone and Margaret Betts scholarship is awarded to Elena Darrow, who will be attending Northwest State Community College in the fall in the field of medical assistant and radiology technology.
The Aero Employees Foundation Scholarship involves 2 awards, each for $2,500, and the scholarships this year are awarded to Victoria Von Sagern and Bailey Martin. The Aero Employee Foundation Scholarship was first awarded in 2004. The Ford and Hannah Cullis Scholarship is in the amount of $1,000, and this year's recipient is Hayden Hageman. The Ford and Hannah Cullis Scholarship was first awarded in 2005. Ford and Hannah Cullis were the patriarch and matriarch of the Cullis family, owners of the Bryan Publishing Company, which is most well known as the Bryan Times. Through their generosity, this scholarship was created. The Richard J. Daneke Business Memorial Scholarship is in the amount of $1,000, and this year's recipient is Jackson Toney. This scholarship was first awarded in 1994. Richard Daneke spent 37 years working for General Motors. He worked all over the country and retired in 1985 as the Assistant National Manager of Truck Merchandising. He was an avid sports fan, enjoying golf, baseball, and football. The May, Dima, and Clark Dimmler Memorial Scholarship is in the amount of $2,500 and will be awarded to 2 students this year. The recipients are Caitlin Sheckelhoff and Anna Ritchie Moore. This scholarship was first awarded in 1998. May Dimmler was a teacher in the Bryan City Schools from 1918 until 1957. Her son Clark was a teacher at Waite High School in Toledo and superintendent of Walbridge Schools. Clark's wife Dima also was a teacher, having taught in Maumee. Among the 3 of them, they had 99 years of teaching experience in the classroom. The Dimmlers practiced Clark's basic philosophy of education, which was, the most important things for students to learn is to get along with other people. The Ralph W. and Karen K. Gallagher Scholarship is in the amount of $1,000, and this year's recipient is Aaron Whitler. The Ralph W. and Karen K. Gallagher Scholarship was first awarded in 2004. Ralph and Karen Gallagher are local attorneys with Gallagher and Yosick. Ralph and Karen are active members in the Bryan community and established this scholarship fund in 2002. The Gertrude and Don Giese Memorial Scholarship is a $2,000 scholarship, and this year's recipient is Sawyer Miller. Gertrude and Don Giese were lifelong residents of Williams County. Don worked for the Spangler Candy Company for 25 years and then was the Williams County Recorder for 16 years. Gertrude taught in Bryan and was very active in many civic projects. Congratulations, Sawyer. The Jack Green Memorial Scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship, and this year is awarded to Wyatt Short. This scholarship was first awarded in 1979. In March 1969, at the age of 16, Jack Green was found to have leukemia. He died in May of 1970, just prior to his high school graduation. Jack was active in music as well as athletics and was the son of Bob and Ann Green. The Mose and Yvonne Isaac Scholarship is in the amount of $1,250, and this year is awarded to Levi Carr. Mose and Yvonne Isaac were very active members of the Bryan community. Mose was born in Bryan in 1909 and married Yvonne in 1946. They had 2 children, Renee and Richard. Their community activities included the Bryan Rotary Club and Wesley United Methodist Church. They were also very active in the student exchange program known as American Field Service. The Rosa Isaac Memorial Scholarship will be given this year to 2 students. Each scholarship is in the amount of $2,500, and this year's recipients are Annika Schaefer and Mitchell Bum. The Rosa Isaac Memorial Scholarship was first awarded in 1978. These scholarships are intended to recognize seniors who have the spirit of entrepreneurship or the desire to pursue a career in business or finance. The Barbara Andrews Knapp Memorial Scholarship includes 2 scholarships this year, each in the amount of $2,500. And this year's recipients are Ashley Doe and Brianna Ponzak. This scholarship fund was established in 2013 to honor Barbara Andrews Knapp and awarded to a student who is attending the University of Toledo. The L.E. Smith Company Scholarship is in the amount of $2,500, and this year's recipient is Melinda Long. This scholarship was first awarded in 1999. This is a scholarship funded by the L.E. Smith Company. The L.E. Smith Company was founded by Lawrence Smith in 1950. The company is a national leader in producing a variety of kitchen and bath countertops. The Smith family has been very active in the Bryan community, and through their generosity, they have established this scholarship. The McDonald Conan Ruff Memorial Scholarship is a $3,000 per year renewable scholarship. This year's recipient is Erica Blankenship. Bessie Ruff McDonald established this scholarship in memory of her first husband, George Ruff, and second husband, Lackland McDonald. Mr. McDonald was president of the Ohio Art Company for 23 years and held many leadership positions in Bryan. Bessie was born in Bryan and was the granddaughter of John Conan, the founder of the Bryan City Band. Through their generous gift, not only was this scholarship created, but also the McDonald Ruff Ice Rink was built. Congratulations. The Cada Mansfield Dirks Memorial Scholarship is a $500 scholarship, and this year's recipient is Andrew Kaufman. Cada Dirks' teaching career began in 1970. It was because of Cada's intense interest, commitment, and dedication to her students that the Cada Mansfield Dirks Memorial Scholarship was established by her family upon her death in 1993. Congratulations. The Anthony and Phyllis Minery Music Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded this year to Tess Sabins. This scholarship was first awarded in 1976. Anthony Minery was a 1938 graduate of Bryan High School. He was involved in athletics as well as all types of music. Phyllis graduated from Northside High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They were active members of the Bryan community and had an interest in music, having served on the Community Concert Association board, and they participated in singing with the Presbyterian Church Choir. This scholarship is awarded to someone who has been an active participant in music. The Clarice Moats Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 will be awarded this year to Paris Creek. This scholarship was first awarded in 2000. Clarice Moats was born in Defiance County in 1933. She graduated from Farmer High School and Defiance College. She married Dr. John Moats in 1959 and died from leukemia in 1997. She was an active member of the Bryan community as well as Wesley United Methodist Church. The Thomas S. and Ellen K. Noneman Scholarship is a $3,000 per year renewable scholarship. This year's recipient is Brandon Dean. Tom and Ellen Noneman were active members in the Bryan and Williams County community. They've established a scholarship fund to benefit a first-generation college student majoring in business or engineering. This is a renewable scholarship at $3,000 or $12,000 total. The Judge Harry J. Rigdon Memorial Scholarship includes two $2,000 scholarships this year. The students receiving those scholarships are Courtney Rohde and Connor Terrell. This scholarship was first awarded in 2010. Harry Rigdon returned to Bryan in 1966 after he earned his Juris Doctorate degree and became a partner in the law firm of Weaver, and Rigdon. He served as city attorney and assistant prosecuting attorney until being elected in 1979 as a judge in the Court of Common Pleas, retiring in 1997. The Ralph and Mabel L. Scott Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $2,500 will be awarded to two students this year. The recipients are Brooke Vollmer and Desiree Zaleski. Ralph and Mabel Scott died in 1992, making the foundation the benefactor of their estate to establish this scholarship fund. Ralph Scott spent his entire career at Arrow, while Mabel was a longtime employee of the Elder Company. They were married for over 50 years. The Michael Sandless Harmon Memorial Scholarship is in the amount of $1,200, and this year's recipient is Emily Keller. The Michael Sandless Harmon Memorial Scholarship was first awarded in 1985. Michael Harmon was born in 1948 with Down syndrome. Upon the death of Michael in 1983, the scholarship was developed for students who want to major in special education or a related field. At this time, I would like to introduce Howard and Ann Vreeland to present the Howard B. and Alice T. Vreeland Memorial Scholarship.
This year's scholarship from my parents' memorial fund is, this year, an amount of $2,500 is given to Lauren Cheney. Through this memorial fund, continue to promote their values and beliefs in the importance of higher education for graduating high school students. An emphasis on learning has been a lifelong pursuit for them, and this scholarship was established to continue and honor their legacy and lives of hard work and dedication to excellence. It is with love and respect that their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren honor them in the establishment of this scholarship. Thank you.
The Henry and Wanda Walters Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded this year to Zachary Kern. This scholarship was first awarded in 1989. Henry and Wanda Walters lived in Williams County their entire lives. In 1933, Henry started his insurance career by starting his own insurance agency, which is now known as the Walters and Peck Agency. Henry was also the director of the Grange Mutual Casualty Company from 1961 until 1985 when he retired. Congratulations. The John W. Birchfield Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $300 is awarded this year to Chelsea Sampson. This scholarship was first awarded in 1991. John Birchfield served as principal at the Bryan Junior High and Lincoln Elementary Schools. John died in an automobile accident on December 23, 1985. The Grace B. Carr Scholarship in the amount of $350 is awarded this year to Jacqueline Kendall. Grace Carr was the first director of the Bryan City Schools cafeteria from 1952 until 1975. She loved her job and especially enjoyed the opportunity to work with students. The Russell K. Minery Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $800 is awarded this year to Drew Ridgway. This scholarship was first awarded in 1976. The Minery family established a scholarship to memorialize Russell Minery. The Annabelle and C.B. Melton Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $400 is awarded this year to Kelsey Frederick. This scholarship was first awarded in 1991. The Meltons had a long-time interest in the welfare of the mentally and physically disabled. This scholarship is given to a student who is pursuing a major in special education or a related field. The Hugh A. and Audrey E. Lindsay Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500 is awarded this year to Elizabeth Frank. This scholarship was first awarded in 1973. Hugh A. Lindsay was a Bryan native and a General Motors dealer. He served on the Bryan School Board for 15 years. It was during this tenure that the current high school was built. Mr. Lindsay had a deep concern for others and personally helped several young people secure a college education. This fund was established to honor that commitment. The Hal and Danae Lewis Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded this year to Joshua Stark. The Hal and Danae Lewis Scholarship was first awarded in 2009. Graduates of the Defiance College and master's degrees from Bowling Green State University, Hal and Danae moved to Bryan in 1960. Hal taught English at Bryan Junior High, and Danae taught elementary classes at Hicksville, Montpelier, and Bryan. The Spangler Foundation Scholarship is a $3,000 per year renewable scholarship, and this year's recipient is Andrea Zegarzeski. The Spangler Foundation Scholarship was first awarded in 2006. Through the generosity of the Spangler Foundation, this scholarship was created and first awarded. This is a $3,000 renewable scholarship worth $12,000 total. The Ronald D. and Ida Jane Motter Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $800 is awarded this year to Paige Vollmer. This scholarship fund was established in 2014 to benefit students who are pursuing an education and a vocational career. I'm pleased to present this scholarship to Paige Vollmer. The Kenneth and Kay Donaldson Family Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded this year to Kaylin Robinson. The Kenneth and Kay Donaldson Family Scholarship was established in 2012 to help support students pursuing an education in business. For the remaining 8 scholarships of the evening, I would ask the donor families and other presenters to step forward and stand in front of the risers facing the audience. Students, when your name is called, I'd like you to please come forward to receive your award and then be seated in the front row of seats for a special video presentation that will follow. The Dana J. Bennett Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 will be awarded this year to Lauren Taylor. The Dana Bennett Memorial Scholarship was first awarded in 2002. Dana Bennett died after a 2-year battle with cancer. She was interested in the advancement, leadership, and development of young people and felt a memorial to the foundation would be a means to continue giving to her community. The Dr. Jeffrey J. Barris Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,500 is awarded this year to Scott Iwanis. This scholarship was first awarded in 2001. Dr. Barris was an orthopedic surgeon and an active member of the Bryan community. At the age of 40, Dr. Barris died of complications from a brain tumor. This scholarship was created by his family and friends to honor his memory. I would like to welcome John and Joy Betts to present the David Joseph Betts Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, and this year's recipient is Kenny Bouclair. This scholarship was first awarded in 2008. David was an outstanding student and athlete at Bryan High School. However, his greatest attribute was being a great person. David lost his life in a bus accident while traveling through Atlanta with the Bluffton University baseball team on March 2nd, 2007. The Ryan John Bomer Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded this year to Peyton Speece. Ryan was a Bryan High School graduate who passed away while he was in college, and his loss had a major impact on our community. This scholarship was established by Ryan's family as a permanent memorial to him. The Sandy Carrico Scholarship in the amount of $1,900 is awarded this year to Kaylee Bowers. This scholarship was first awarded in 1986. Sandra Kelly Carrico was born in 1966. She was the daughter of Dr. Norm Carrico and Lois Carrico and sister to Pam. She enjoyed many activities at Bryan High School. She was vice president of the senior class, a varsity letter winner in tennis, and she played volleyball and softball. She was also a member of Mask and Sandal, the High Life staff, and a cheerleader. She was a very enthusiastic and promising young person with a great degree of self-confidence. A tragic car accident claimed her life in September 1984. I would like now to welcome Dr. Craig Herman to present the Andrew M. Herman Memorial Scholarships. There are 2 scholarships this year, each in the amount of $2,500. The recipients are Austin Yosick and Audrey Bowers. Andy was the youngest of 5 sons. He was an avid sports enthusiast. He was most valuable player in golf all 4 years in high school, and in 1987 was the club champion at Orchard Hills Country Club. Andy lost his life at age 20 in an automobile accident. I would now like to welcome Susan Huffman to present the Sherry Huffman Scholarship. This scholarship is in the amount of $1,000, and this year's recipient is Natasha Twarek. This scholarship is given to a student pursuing a degree in a field that serves adults or children with special needs. Mark Miller will now present the Brenda M. Hugg Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is in the amount of $1,500, and this year's recipient is Zachary Dean. Brenda was a 2000 graduate of Bryan High School and a participant in many school activities. While attending Eastern Michigan University her freshman year, she was involved in a fatal hit-and-run accident. I would now like to welcome Betty Petrick, sister of Alan Rigg, to present the Rigg Family Scholarship honoring Richard Allen Rigg. The recipient this year of a $1,200 scholarship is Cale Ponzak. This scholarship was first presented in 2010. Because of their strong ties to the community and the Ohio State University, the Rigg family awards an annual scholarship to a student pursuing their college education at Ohio State University. Congratulations to everyone. At this time, we're going to take a few minutes to get it set up for a video that we're going to watch on the screen. At the conclusion of this ceremony, we would like all of the recipients of the Bryan Area Foundation scholarships to come forward to the risers for a group picture, please.
Dana gave many hours as an adult working for the Bryan community. Some of you will recall that she served as the WEDCO board member and treasurer. She held the same positions in Junior Achievement and United Way. Many of you will remember that she was the first lady to be president of the Bryan Chamber of Commerce. Dana desired to make her contribution in helping to make Bryan a better community. Education was also very important to her. She enjoyed reading and hearing about the success of Bryan students as they furthered their education after leaving Bryan. As an adult, she always was striving to better her skills and knowledge, either through banking courses or college courses. Those of you who knew her well will remember that she entered the hospital on a Tuesday, the first week of August 1997, for a biopsy. After the biopsy was completed, it was determined that surgery was needed as soon as possible. Her comment was, "I have a final exam to take on Wednesday at Defiance College. Allow me to complete my final, then I'll be back on Thursday for surgery." Once her cancer was confirmed, she decided to concentrate on her health issues, but she continued her education as long as her health permitted. Prior to her death, she said to me, "As you make my final arrangements, please request that memorials be given to a scholarship fund through the foundation in lieu of flowers. Flowers are beautiful, but they are only temporary. Since I've worked many hours for the Bryan community, and Bryan has been my home for 48 years, I'd like to continue giving back to the community after my death by means of a scholarship." Due to her value of education for herself and others, and her desire to leave something lasting, Dana and I decided to establish the Dana J. Bennett Memorial Scholarship Fund.
You could see me now.
Jeff was born August 2nd, 1958, in Whittier, California. He was an Eagle Scout, graduated from Green High School in Akron, graduated from The Ohio State University, and graduated from Medical College of Ohio in Toledo. He did his orthopedic residency from Medical College of Ohio and joined the Bryan Medical Group in 1991 until his death on September 16th, 1998. He accomplished all this in Ohio. Barb and he had 3 sons, Ryan, Matthew, and Nicholas. His family was very active in the community and their parish, St. Pat's. Jeff's motto was, "Always shoot for the stars, set your goals high, be better than average, go as far as you can no matter how difficult, and never, never give up." He told his sons, "Play fair, but watch out for each other. Help your brothers when they are having trouble. Even if you think you can't make it, keep trying. Set your goals high, never give up on your dreams." Don't go through life being happy to be just average. That's too easy. Be special in some purposeful way. My friend Jeff Barris loved his God, family, and community.
I see trees of green, red roses too.
David Betts graduated from Bryan High School in 2005. While in school, he was active in band, cross-country, basketball, and baseball. He was also in National Honor Society and was class treasurer. He loved music and athletics and was generally fun to be around and thoughtful of others.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white.
After high school, he went on to Bluffton University to study biology, play trombone in jazz band, and pursue his favorite activity, playing baseball. After not making the traveling team his freshman year, the next year he worked tirelessly and won the spot of starting second baseman over the returning player. He was traveling with the team to Florida when the tour bus they were on crashed in Atlanta and he was killed.
Are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do? They're really saying I love you. I hear babies cry.
The David Betts Memorial Scholarship is given each year to a Bryan High School student who is planning to attend a 4-year college or university and who exhibits what we consider to be David's best characteristics. Hardworking, gives all they have and all they do, shows empathy and concern for others, strives to be a better person, and is kind and giving of themselves. Preference is given to a student who is in extracurriculars and is interested in pursuing a vocation in the field of service to others, such as medical science, education, or social service.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane.
Bryan was a 1997 graduate of Bryan High School. He was dedicated to academic and athletic achievement, always striving toward his individual as well as team goals. Our memories of Ryan are rich with his love for life, his ability to relate well with people of all ages, and the special kindness he has shown to so many of us. Ryan's classmates, teachers, family, and friends also have shared some memories. We hope these will help to give you insight into the special person Ryan was and how he touched so many lives. A classmate said, "I realized the character this young man had. He cared for others more than himself and wanted to see others succeed. Ryan had no enemies. He made a large impact on many lives. He simply was the classiest man I ever met." Another one of Ryan's friends said, "It is one mark of a friend that he makes you wish to be at your best while you are with him." Everyone's placed in our lives for a reason, and if we all were in Ryan Boehmer's, there would never be a friendless human, nor a person without a reason to enjoy living. As a teacher once said, I had always admired Ryan's polish and the integrity of the heart that beat within. These are the powerful words of another friend. The fact that Ryan lived such a short life doesn't mean anything. What matters is the magnitude and manner with which he went about his unknown task. I was one of the privileged to be touched. Ryan's grandpa had this wonderful insight into his life. What I remember most about Ryan was how he would go out of his way to help or be willing to do things for other people, no matter whether it was a little kid or an old man like myself. His smile always made me feel good. This scholarship is meant to make a difference, just as Ryan did.
When you haven't got a prayer.
Sandra Kelly Carrico, known as Sandy, was born in Indianapolis, Indiana on October 3, 1966 to Dr. Norm and Lois Carrico. She has a sister, Pam. Sandy enjoyed a variety of activities at Bryan High School. She became vice president of the senior class, was a member of the tennis team, the volleyball team, the Rowdy softball team, Mask and Sandal, the Thespian Society, and worked on the staff of High Life, the high school newspaper. She served as a cheerleader and was graduated from Toledo's Barbizon School of Modeling. Her involvement and enthusiasm gave her a marked degree of self-confidence and gave shape to her dreams for the future, but her hopes came to an end in a tragic car accident which took her life in September of 1984. Her family wanted to give the kind of memorial which would be reflective of fulfillment of her ambition and benefit other students. It therefore seemed logical to the family to look at Sandy's love of Mask and Sandal and her affection for all those who had given of their time and love to help make her dreams come true. Thus, the Sandy Carrico Memorial Fund came to be as part of the Bryan Area Foundation Memorial Scholarship. Each year, a scholarship is awarded to a deserving graduate of Bryan High School who enters college intending to major in communications. Sandy had a special poem clipped on her bulletin board and always alive in her heart. The poem moved her family to create the kind of memorial scholarship that would help others fulfill their own dreams in their own lives in a way that Sandy would have hoped for. Don't ever give up on your dreams and never leave them behind. Find them, make them yours, and all through your life, cherish them and never let them go.
My brother, Andrew M. Herman, was the youngest of 5 boys, all graduates of Bryan High School. Andy graduated from Bryan High School in 1988 and lost his life in a car accident in June of 1990 at the age of 20 and a half. He had just completed his sophomore year at Miami University. At Bryan High School, Andy, also known as the Gerb, even his teachers called him that, lettered in tennis and golf. He was on the varsity golf team and was named MVP all 4 years. He was also named Northwest District Class AA Player of the Year and also won the Orchard Hills Country Club Men's Champion. Andy was a little brother to all of his older brother's friends. He had an uncanny rapport with people of all ages. It seemed as if everyone knew Andy, and he treated everyone with kindness. A friend of his older brother's wrote, "He went out of his way to shake hands and welcome me home. My golf partner asked me, 'Who was that nice kid?' I replied, 'That's one of the Herman boys.' Yes, the Gerb was just one fine gentleman." Andy's classmate from college wrote, "I feel quite honored to have had the chance to meet and know such a caring and wonderful person." His academic advisor also added, "Andy was one of my special kids. He was very thoughtful, sensitive young man who never failed to give me a hug before leaving my office, knowing that I needed one." And a local attorney added, "Andy's sparkling eyes and that ready, engaging smile will always be with everyone who knew him. He enjoyed life, and he seemed to be able to make others feel good just by being around him." Yes, Andy, the Gerb, will always be a part of the Herman family. To perpetuate his memory, our family and Andy's friends have established this scholarship in the Bryan Area Foundation. Just as he did throughout his life, we hope Andy will continue to touch many lives into the future through this scholarship.
Sherry Lynn Huffman grew up in a loving home and enjoyed life. She was active in 4-H, chorus, drama club, basketball, swimming, babysitting, hanging out with friends, and she even had a job at Dairy Queen. At age 16, during Sherry's sophomore year at Bryan High School, she was diagnosed with a very active, aggressive disease, multiple sclerosis. She was the youngest case the doctors had ever seen, and there was no cure. Sherry lost her vision and experienced fatigue, numbness, tingling, and that was only the beginning of Sherry's nightmare with MS. Of course, Sherry was scared and full of questions, but her determination, courage, spunk, positive thinking, and faith in God took over. In her words,
"Life would go on, and I had to pick myself up and move on."
Sherry was determined to graduate with her classmates, the BHS class of 1988. She returned in 1992 to give the Bryan High School commencement address, ending with this quote,
"It is not the most gifted man who does the most good in life, but it is the man who is the most dedicated."
Sherry was dedicated to life, dedicated to her goals and dreams, dedicated to her family and friends, and dedicated to making a difference. She received a bachelor's degree in special education with a certificate in learning disabilities from The Ohio State University. 2 years later, she received a master's degree in rehab counseling.
One final message. Sometime today, I'd like you to take a good look at your life and realize what you've got. And don't ever, ever take your blessings for granted, because you never know what you've got until it's gone.
The Brenda M. Hugg Scholarship is in honor of a 2000 graduate of Bryan High School. During her high school years, she was involved in the Trust program, which was a major influence on her. Through this program, she volunteered for the EMS, learned CPR, and donated blood to the Red Cross. Other school activities included playing the violin in the orchestra, being a mat maid for the wrestling team, and a member of the National Honor Society. She enjoyed helping on the set crew for many high school plays. In addition, church activities and baton twirling were an important part of her life. Friends were also a big part of her life. She loved playing jokes and being involved with her friends. Brenda went on to attend Eastern Michigan University for only a short time. While there, Brenda was very excited about the opportunities that were in front of her. She had become active on campus in many organizations. While it was only a short time before she passed away in a hit-and-run accident, she continues to affect the lives of many people indirectly. The Alpha Xi Delta sorority, composed of 40 to 50 girls, which she was a part of, is very active in community projects, helping people who are in need and actively raising funds to support 2 additional scholarships given in Brenda's name annually at Eastern Michigan University. Therefore, the Hugg family would encourage all of you to be actively involved in the new endeavors you are choosing for your future. It gives the Hugg family great pleasure to present this award.
The Rigg Family Scholarship was established by Ralph and Eloise Rigg to honor their son Richard, who in his senior year at Bryan High School was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor and underwent surgery and radiation treatment. As a youngster, Richard led a very active life as a Little League pitcher, punt, pass, and kick competitor, and 10-year 4-H exhibitor. Richard played varsity basketball in high school, and in the summer, after the cows were milked and the farm work done, he would join his friends at Moore Park playing basketball until the lights went out. While in high school, Richard was sports editor for the High Life, treasurer of the Student Council, and National Honor Society member. He graduated in the top 10% of the 1971 graduating class and received a letter of commendation from the National Merit Scholarship Program. During these years, Richard worked alongside his father, Ralph, on the family farm, milking 60 to 80 cows twice a day, farming over 500 acres, and showing their registered Holsteins at the local and state fair. Richard was an active, lifelong member of the Pulaski United Methodist Church. Even after his surgery and treatment, Richard was able to attend The Ohio State University in Columbus his freshman year, but then transferred to Ohio State's Agricultural Technical Institute in Worcester, Ohio. He graduated in 1974 with a Dairy Science Associate degree. Richard's 2 sisters, Barbara and Betty, are also OSU alumni. Through the years, Richard's determination, positive attitude, and sense of humor was an inspiration to all who knew him. He passed away April 17, 2010. Since Richard was such an avid Ohio State fan, we find it appropriate to close with "Go Bucks!"
I thank you all for attending the Class of 2015 Scholarship Night. I also need to thank some people that helped to make this night possible. Without these folks, we would not be here tonight. Thank you to Marissa Lupo, Heidi Brown, and Kathy Sheckelhoff, Steve Alspaw, Mark Rary, Diana Savage, and Karen Meister, Eric Hermans for the sound and lighting, Bob Klopfenstein for the setup, the Bryan Area Foundation, Laura Eckhart, Mark Miller, Jack Brace, Mike Culler, Tom Turnbull, Jody Freeman, and Pam Lanius, Amy Johnson and Doug Schimmeler for participating in the scholarship interviews. All of the presenters here tonight, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here. The Academic Booster Club providing the refreshments for the reception tonight. Also, Kim Bassett. When we found out that Kim was pregnant and found out that the due date was going to be before scholarship night, it was one of the big ticket items that needed to be covered in her absence. I jumped at this opportunity. I know that Kim looks forward to this night every year, but this year she's taking care of a beautiful young boy, Luke Urban, at home. I've been talking to Kim almost every day to make sure that I have everything in order for this evening. In fact, she has done a lot of the legwork to make this evening possible. I certainly cannot take all the credit. I cannot thank Kim enough for helping me to make the most of this opportunity to be here with you tonight. Finally, to the parents and family members who have had the instrumental impact on your sons and daughters' lives. Mrs. Bassett asks the question in the scholarship interviews every year, who has had the most impact on your life and why? It was an absolute joy to hear most, if not all, students talk about an immediate family member, whether it was their parents, grandparents, aunt, or uncle. Family is probably the single most important factor of resilience in all of our lives. Whether this is something that is shown daily or not, please know that each of you play a vital role in the lives of the young adults honored this evening. Thank you for all the time you have put into help shape your son or daughter into the person they are today. Over the past 4 years, I have enjoyed watching the class of 156 students mature. My first year working at Bryan High School was when this class were freshmen. This is my first class that I've been able to see through for all 4 years. Between Mrs. Bassett, Mrs. Meister, and myself, students have talked to us about the steps to become a doctor, a teacher, a business person, a nurse, an artist, and many more occupations. We have seen acceptance letters, financial aid packages, and housing agreements. We have seen outstanding ACT scores like never before. And tonight, we are all witness to the outstanding scholarship monies awarded to our senior class of 2015. But most importantly, we have seen friends helping friends, seniors reminding seniors of application deadlines, scholarship deadlines, final decision deadlines. These are the skills that have continued, will take each and every one of you far in life. Thank you, students, for letting us be a part of your high school career and giving us the opportunity to watch each of you grow. As you walk through the halls of Bryan High School as a student for the very last time, I hope that in these final days of your high school career, you take the time to reflect on all of the people and experiences that have brought you to this moment. Before I invite you all to meet your scholarship donor in the gymnasium behind the stage for a short reception with refreshment, I need all the Bryan Area Foundation scholarship recipients to please come forward to the risers for a group photo. The rest may begin to make their way to the reception. Thank you all again, and good luck in the years to come.